What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the F123 Mobile Racing Career Mode. We are here for episode number 52 today as we head to Imola for round 4 of this season with Red Bull. If you guys didn't miss the previous episode, which was at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, definitely be sure to go check that one out. Well done, Baku, once again. There was an extreme amount of chaos, and while we weren't able to fully capitalize, it was still a very fun race to do. As we make our way then towards the qualifying lap, which we're of course not going to do, we're instead going to skip straight to the race, because you know why? Well, I'll say this, the starting grid never loaded up. Well, I did, it loaded up, but the phone was so laggy that it didn't record the first part of this race. So we're starting off here in the middle of lap number 1 here. Nothing exciting really happened on the first part anyways. It was just me overtaking people, to no surprise. And we're up into P8 here. We got Joe in P7 here. We're going to overtake him very nicely, and now we can start our first full lap then of the Emilia Romagna, or the Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari circuit, of course, as we make our way onto the main straight here, looking up the inside of Russell that got oh so close to the ball out there on the right hand side here, making our way past Russell and now past Gasly. And that is us up into P5. Then we have Verstappen starting on pole for this race, so it's going to be a bit difficult to see if we can catch him. That's 2 poles in a row then for the Dutchman, so let's see if we can catch up to him. And well, it's not going that great so far as we make an absolute hash out of that chicane here. Gasly gives us a friendly bump on the behind us, which was quite surprised to see him so close to us, but nonetheless, we're still in P5 here. Let's see if we can make our way up through the order here, despite a bit of lag here. And when I say a bit of lag, I mean like a huge amount. Let's make our way into this hairpin here, nice and easy. And now uphill here towards the next corner here. I'm not sure what this is called. I really don't know what any of these names on the track are called, any of the corner names, but we're making our way through this left-hander very nicely, chuck it in, getting a lot of time on the AI here through Acqua Minerale 1 and 2. I think that's what it's called. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. And now making our way towards this famous chicane where Leclerc obviously crashed out in well, he didn't crash out. He spun out in 2022. Can we make sure we don't do that? We're up right behind here, one of the Ferraris of Carlos Sainz here. Leclerc did not have a good qualifying here. He's way down the order as we speak. But for Sainz here, well, no surprise, we're going to give him a taste of his own medicine. If you didn't see last episode, he pretty much almost took us out of the race last episode. He threw us into the wall more or less during the race. So making sure we overtake him nicely, and now we are up into P4. We got one more lap here to try and dice this out here. Verstappen's got a 2.5 second lead as we speak, and we're catching up behind Stroll here, who's getting held up by Hamilton here. That Mercedes does not have the greatest steering on speed. We're going to make our way through there just about here up into P2. Then we outbrake ourselves just a little bit there, but we managed to keep the car on the black stuff here. Now we got well, pretty much 2 sectors here to try and catch Verstappen, who is pulling away from us as we speak here, but we do have some great pace here in sectors 2 and 3. So let's see if we can do that. 21.37 in the first sector. To no surprise, that was not a purple sector. That was definitely not a clean sector here. But the gap has come down to about 1.7. Make that 1.8 as we make our way up towards the left-hander here. 2 seconds it is, as Verstappen is pulling away quite a bit here. But we do have some outstanding speed here, making our way through that left-hander very nicely. And now towards Acqua Minerale once again here, down to 3rd gear here, clipping that apex, getting a good run. They don't want to hit those outside sausage curves, they will slow you down tremendously. The gap is now down to under a second here as we make our way into the final, or not the final chicane, but one of the chicanes here, 28.3, and just like that, we are right behind Verstappen here. This is going to be quite an interesting battle to the line. Will there be any team orders? I don't think so. I think Christian Horner is going to let us race until the end here as we make our way into this last corner here, almost on the outside of the Dutchman here. We got one more corner to try to pull this off. DRS here. We got the momentum on the Dutchman here. It's going to be side by side towards the line. We also have the DRS to help us as well. It's going to be a drag race to the line. And on the last lap, on the last straight here, we managed to pull it off. Verstappen is going to be fuming at us here as we make our way across the line here, somehow pulling off that at the last moment then as we come across the line in P1 with Verstappen 3 tenths behind us here. It is still a 1-2 for the Red Bull team, but there's definitely going to be some fireworks at the debrief, which of course I will not show because it will probably end up me getting killed and fired by Red Bull. So I will see you guys in the next episode.